Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the heart chakra. My name is Spear and I help you heal, rise, and live more soul aligned. So continuing with our healing series, we're talking about the fourth chakra today. And just before we get started, I want to say thank you everyone who subscribed, and a very big special thank you to a very limited number of people who are watching these healing series, because I know everybody wants to watch the transit videos, something about astrology, but when it comes to spiritually healing, once it comes to focusing on yourself, there's only a very limited number, about 10% of the family members, subscribers that are actually watching these series. And it's very nice because it shows that you're not just after the quick remedies. You're here to focus on yourself and grow spiritually. And this is exciting weekend because we're going to be having that seminar on spirituality, and a lot of people have joined. So I'm looking forward to connecting with everyone this weekend. This is going to be a short video because it's the biggest connecting point, the biggest chakra, but it is so simple to open it and to live in it and to connect that bridge between the lower chakra and the upper chakras. So let's get started on the heart chakra. So heart chakra, it's not in the heart. It's not in the heartbeat. It's just an energetic center located in your chest area here. And why does this become important? Because this is the bridge, the gap. It's the fourth from the top down, and it's the fourth from the bottom up. We've done the root, the sacral, and then the solar. We've done those three. Today we're going to be focusing on the fourth one. This is this chakra. Once opened, it connects you to the higher consciousness. It gets your kundalini energy up. But what are we achieving after the heart chakra is open? The divine bliss. Bliss isn't a destination. It's the natural state of your open heart. Can anyone practice it? Yes. When you release fear and you embody love, embrace love. And what kind of love? The unconditional love. Love for all beings. Then you don't have to chase bliss. You naturally become bliss. It's a very deep statement. A lot of people will take time to understand it, but that's the best feeling in the world. You are bliss at that point. So, how do you open it? It's to open your heart chakra. It's as simple as going from I to we. What am I going to do today? What are we going to do today? And going from what can I gain from the world to what can I give to the world? How can I make a difference here today? So small acts make a big difference. When you live from a vibration of giving, you're awakening the heart center. This glass represents your physical body, and I'm holding it about halfway point, right? Right now, when you stand up, you're standing upright, up and down, right? But if we take that energy and tilt it on like a horizontal, so you're projecting out your top three chakras. They become your outward journey. Your bottom three are you and your physical well-being and how rooted you are, and what are you projecting out to the world? That's your higher consciousness, and how you're interacting and dealing with people out there in the world every single day. There's always two states, day or night, good or bad, right? So what kind of feelings are you projecting out? Let's talk about this in a little bit more detail. So heart chakra is a gateway to the higher spiritual consciousness. It's where personal love transforms into universal love. And this is exactly the point where the ego dissolves. You go from I to we. Some believe that awakening the heart chakra, it is a key to enlightenment oneness, and the divine bliss. So you are not just one drop of the ocean. You merge yourself in the ocean at that point. And when this chakra is blocked, right? A lot of negative emotions there. And I'll show you what happens when you're holding on to negative emotions, because the Kundalini energy will never rise up. You're fighting with yourself inside. When you're holding on to so much emotional baggage, you're scared of love. You're living in fear. That energy is never gonna go into the one consciousness. You're always living in a state of fear. When your chakra is blocked, it's not working, it's underactive. What are you feeling? You're feeling emotional coldness or numbness. You're fearing isolation or intimacy. You have difficulty trusting others. You are always holding on to grudges, and you have a very, very unforgiving kind of behavior. There's a lot of self-hatred, and you don't practice self-love. Now, what happens when it's overly active? There's no balance. So you're going from under to overactive. Then you're always overgiving to people without boundaries. You're always into people pleasing. And you're always jealous of others. You're possessive. And you're over-identifying with others' pain. And when it's balanced, when you have a good, healthy heart chakra, what do you feel? You feel a deep sense of inner peace and harmony. You feel the divine bliss. Then you open yourself to the ability of giving and receiving love freely, unconditionally. And you have empathy and compassion for others without self-sacrifice, because you know healthy boundaries. And you maintain healthy relationships, and you have healthy emotional boundaries. The best feeling, you have a sense of connection with all beings on this planet, whether it be nature, animals, humans. And I'm going to show you a little experiment right now. What happens when you're working with the negative energy, the jealousy, the grief? That's why they say never ever be jealous of others. You don't know how much self-harm you're doing yourself when you're projecting that. No harm is going to go to the other person. You're actually hurting yourself when you're always living in anger, jealousy, insecurity, in fear, in grief. And there's a whole lot of emotions that weigh you down if you don't practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the biggest key to healing your heart chakra. This here, it's a big glass, and there's water inside. This is our physical body. This rock, this little pebble here, it represents negative emotions or your negative words. For example, no one cares about me. Now, if I drop this in here, it goes right to the bottom. Now, this next one is grief, hate, jealousy. Like, I can go on and on with the negative ones. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares about me. I hate myself. There's a lot of insecurities you have about yourself. There's loneliness. All these rocks, what happens with the negative emotions? They sink, right? Now, if we talk about positive emotions, love, unconditional love, joy, peace. Where is this, my favorite prop here? Where is that smiley face? There you go, guys. This is joy and love. This is bliss. If I drop this in here, does it sink? No. Even if somebody wants to suppress your joy down, somebody wants you to be miserable, but if you know how to be happy, look, you will always rise up. What goes down? What's holding you down? It's your fears. If you're in a state of happiness, nothing can hold you back. I'm not going to do this one, but for me personally, the biggest enemy that's holding you back is fear. If I put this big rock here, you can imagine how heavy the glass is going to be. It's going to crack the bottom, so I don't want to put it, but imagine it's here now. This is weighing you down, fear. These are the low vibrational chakras. This goes to the second. Once this sinks down, remember I said this is the pelvic muscles down here. So you're holding on to where? Where does the pebbles go? They go right to your pelvic muscles, deep down in your body. If you're holding on to this, when you make a new life, a new baby, you're passing this down, that energy down to them, because you haven't healed. You haven't taken these out of your body yet. So how do we get these out? By giving, gratitude, by releasing, by healing yourself. You want to get all the negative emotions out. Breath work. That's why they say all these spiritual practices, they help you heal. They help you get those negative emotions out so you can live in a state of bliss and always happy. Be always so happy that others are jealous, that they always try to dim your light, and yet you're always smiling. And that's the power of spirituality. So there's many, many different spiritual practices you can do to open up your heart chakra. And breath work, excuse me. There's breathing techniques. You can listen to different type of frequencies, sounds to open up. You can go in nature, relax. You can practice gratitude. The biggest one that I like is practice forgiveness. Don't hold on to grudges. But always, the most important forgiveness, it's you. Go look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Always forgive yourself. We always forget about this. The best gift you can give yourself is forgive yourself. Nobody's perfect. And the most beautiful things you can practice, and they're free, are small little act of kindness. In the morning, give a smile. Give a compliment to someone. Give a helping hand to someone stuck on the road. Give them a push with the car. Ask how someone is doing. Services that the heart uplifts, right? For you and the receiver. Unconditionally. You don't have to attach to conditions every single time that if I do this, I should get this back. The biggest one is gratitude. And in the evening, I've always encouraged everybody to write a journal. So practice a gratitude journal. And a grateful heart naturally attracts more peace and joy. So this was a short little video on heart chakra. It's so simple, so beautiful, yet we're being selfish and holding on to feelings, these little rocks that always weigh us down, okay? Fears that blocking us from always being in state of bliss. You want to go from this rock to this little smile every single day, okay? If you're happy on the inside, remember, smile comes from the inside. If you're happy inside, you're not holding on to anything, it'll project outside. So always practice kindness and gratitude, and always look in the mirror in the morning and look into your eyes and always say, I love you to yourself. You don't have to tell anybody else out there. This is for you only. Never ever forget to tell yourself, I love you. Because without you, there'd be nothing. The first I love you goes out to you. So thank you, family. Thank you guys for watching this video. Very small, very sweet, and I hope you've learned something new. We're gonna do the throat chakra next. And if you have any questions, leave in the comments below. It's always nice hearing from you guys. Hope everyone is healing well. And thank you for staying this long. Thank you for supporting. I love you guys. You mean so much. Have a wonderful night and a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.